Hello and welcome to Lake, a show about our beautiful city of Bellevue. I'm your host, Robin Steele. Today we're coming to you from Surrey Downs Neighborhood Park, and on this episode of Lake to Lake, we're highlighting an opportunity for residents to help improve our neighborhoods, how city programs are now more accessible for those who are deaf or hard of hearing, and a look at the 2020 census and why we all need to be counted. First, we show you how residents in all of Bellevue's neighborhoods can help make substantial improvements through the city's investment in the Neighborhood Enhancement Program.
I don't think there's any other program like this in the country where the city says, here's a pool of money, you tell us how you'd like to have it spent. The City of Bellevue's Neighborhood Enhancement Program is a program that allows residents in Bellevue's 14 neighborhood areas to propose and select small capital improvement projects in their neighborhoods. The city has set aside a budget of $5 million that is distributed amongst those 14 neighborhood areas.
My neighbors had a problem in the neighborhood of a rather unsafe crosswalk, a lot of traffic, that we needed better signage, and that some of the kids felt unsafe walking to school. We actually got funding to improve the crosswalk. It's had a really dramatic impact on safety.
The sequence of the NEP program starts with a kickoff meeting where residents learn about the program. Then they have a couple of months to submit project ideas of how they'd like to see their funding in their neighborhood area spent. The city then vets those programs out. We come back to the residents who then vote on those projects that are on the ballot.
So living in downtown Bellevue, it's nice to have access to everything within Bellevue with walkability, but one area I could never get to was over across the 8th Street Bridge over 405 to the Chick-fil-A or the Whole Foods or anything over there, because that bridge is just not pedestrian friendly. So I proposed improvements on that bridge so that it's more walkable.
It's easy to participate in NEP. Residents in each neighborhood area receive 5 separate mailings associated with this program, so they should keep an eye on their mailbox for invites to the kickoff meeting and the open house, as well as they'll receive a project idea card that can be submitted in the mail, or they can go online to let us know project ideas in their area.
I think this is the very best of city government. I was really shocked when I got this postcard and said, we're considering infrastructure projects in your neighborhood to improve the quality of life and safety. We want you to tell us what those things would be, and that they had designated a considerable amount of money to doing this. And then we went through a process where we suggested projects, then we voted on the projects. The city gave us a blank canvas. Tell us what you want, unconstrained, with the exception of it has to fit into the money that we've budgeted for this effort. And out of the 24 projects, our neighborhood selected 6.
Being involved in the process was very exciting to me because I felt like as a young person I can't afford property in downtown Bellevue, so I rent like a lot of the other people who live near me. So having the city reach out and say, hey, we want to hear your ideas, how can you improve the community, that was super great for me as a renter to be able to participate and have my voice heard.
Neighborhoods are important to the city, and they're willing to invest in them, and that they're willing to listen to the people who live in the neighborhoods on what's important to us. And it's one of the many reasons why I'm very proud to call the city of Bellevue my home.
For more information on the Neighborhood Enhancement Program and when it'll be in your neighborhood, go to bellevuewa.gov/NEP.
Next, we explain how the city's video programs, including this episode of Lake to Lake, are now available with closed captioning.
The City of Bellevue, for people who are deaf or hard of hearing, has recently purchased and released on Bellevue Television a closed captioning service that allows for folks to be able to follow along with things that are happening on Bellevue TV through closed captioning that comes across the bottom of the screen. One of the messages that we really focus on here at the City of Bellevue for everyone is that we want to make sure that you are able to engage with city processes. We want to make sure that you feel like the city is reflecting your needs needs. And then if you don't feel that it's reflecting your needs, you have a chance and an opportunity to kind of speak your mind. And one of the best ways that we can do that, both for the deaf and hard of hearing community, is to make sure that they understand what's going on at their council, to make sure they understand what's going on in their city services. Closed captioning is not only available through BTV on Channel 21, it's also available on the city's social media channel through YouTube. One of the unique features that this closed captioning system that the City of Bellevue has purchased has is voice recognition. And what that means is that individual council members who are speaking are able to be identified through the closed captioning. And so how is a person who can't hear what's happening, who can't necessarily understand who spoke those words, able to kind of align themselves? And what this technology allows them to do is to know who spoke it. It's such a powerful, powerful tool. So I think one of the coolest parts about closed captioning is that it's really easy to activate. All you have to do is go to settings on your television, go to accessibility, and turn it on or off. It couldn't be easier than that. For more information about the closed captioning service offered on Bellevue Television, you can contact Bellevue Television at btv@bellevuewa.gov.
Making sure all residents have access and are counted is important to all of us at the City of Bellevue. Next, Councilmember Conrad Lee explains why it's so important for every resident to be counted in the 2020 census.
Hello, I'm Bellevue City Councilmember Conrad Lee. I serve on East King County's 2020 Census Community Count Committee. Today I want to talk to you about why it's so important for all Bellevue residents to take part and be counted in the 2020 census. The census counts every person living in our country. An accurate census is essential to determining how boundaries for local, state, and national elections are drawn. It ensures that each person is fairly represented in the state legislature and United States Congress. Census results also help determine how much funding Bellevue receives from the state and federal government each year. Over the past 10 years, the City of Bellevue and our residents have received millions of dollars based on the population count from the 2010 census. This funding was used to provide care and support for older adults through programs such as Medicaid, Medicare, and Meals on Wheels. It paid for essential programs for schools, youth centers, and health clinics. And millions of dollars more were used to improve Bellevue's transportation system. The census begins in 2020. Look for a postcard in the mail in March. It will invite you to fill out the census questionnaire. Responding to the census is fast and easy. You can respond online, by phone, or by mail. And remember, the U.S. Census Bureau is required by law to protect your answers and keep them confidential. Be counted in the 2020 census and help our communities thrive. It's important, it's confidential, it's easy. To learn more, visit bellevuewa.gov/2020 census. Thank you.
Now, here's a look at some fun upcoming events. On Friday, March 6th from 10:30 to 11 a.m., come to Storytime at Kelsey Creek Farm Park. Bring the little ones to enjoy Storytime in a farm setting where they'll see the featured animal characters from the stories in real life. The event is free for ages 3 through 6, and children must be accompanied by an adult. For more information, email Kelsey Creek Farm at bellevuewa.gov or call 425-452-7688. On Saturday, March 7th from 10 to 10:45 a.m., come to the Family and Friends Farm Tour at Kelsey Creek Farm Park. Come meet ponies, pigs, sheep, goats, and other resident farm animals and discover what it takes to be a farmer. The tour is for ages 2 and up. The cost is $8 to $10 per person, and children must be accompanied by an adult. Pre-registration is suggested. To register and for more information, email Kelsey Creek Farm at bellevuewa.gov or call 425-452-7688. On Saturday, March 14th from 9:30 a.m. to 2 p.m., come to the March Mania plant sale at the Bellevue Botanical Garden. March Mania proceeds support the Northwest Perennial Alliance. This is an opportunity to consult with knowledgeable growers and to look for that special, hard-to-find plant. Admission is free and the cost varies for plants. For more information, visit northwestperennialalliance.org. And Saturdays from 2 to 3 p.m. at the Lake Hills Greenbelt, come and connect with nature with a park ranger-led hike. Hikes vary in length and difficulty, and participants are encouraged to dress for the weather. The cost is free and no pre-registration is required. For more information, call 425-452-4195. We hope you enjoyed our show today, featuring some of the reasons why Bellevue is the city where you want to be. If you have any feedback or questions for us, please email us anytime at btv@bellevuewa.gov. Also, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with our latest video news and information. I'm Robin Steele. Thanks for watching Lake to Lake.